What is going on, everyone? Today is Monday. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling back in the right headspace. Um, this is what I would want to take right now if we did not chop for so long. I mean, this really doesn't look like it's going to deliver all the way, and it's a 12 versus the reward. ES is still flying higher, like literally still actively flying higher. This is what I mean. We have an SMT at these highs. We have equal lows that you could go break even at. You have this 30-second inversion. We have a 5-minute change in the state of delivery that we have been tapping into. This kind of short idea is not ridiculous, right? Something like that. However, previous market conditions have turned me away from this short. And yeah, ES has triple relative equal highs right here. So do I see this playing out? Maybe. Do I want to be on side on this? Maybe. I don't really know, guys. This really isn't the best. You know, it's a pretty decent setup. However, the whole thing sponsoring this is a already mitigated 15-minute gap. As you can see, overnight taps into it a couple times, so I'm not super entrusting of this. And we sweep the equal lows where you could have gone break even, and we might just rip lower. But if we rip lower, very obviously drawing to the Asia low, I don't mind looking for a continuation. However, we do have this 15-minute gap that price could just bounce off of, and just, you know, we could just send it back for higher. But I don't think this is a terrible setup. I just think it's a terrible condition to run this setup in, right? There's still 4 more days left in the week. This is a pretty terrible consolidation. We aren't really respecting anything or disrespecting anything. We're just kind of chopping around. The whole premise of this trade would be a 5-minute change in the state of delivery, a SMT, and a 30-second inversion. And this previously mitigated 15-minute gap. This is not a bad setup. It's just the conditions are what make it a bad setup. I would not be keen on taking this. However, even if it does play out, this is the one time out of God knows how many times that this will play out. Actually, wow. That's fine, whatever. If it plays out, there's always another day. It's just not ideal conditions to be trading. After this candle closure, respecting the change in the state of delivery, I kind of had a strong feeling we would start to see us go lower. But at the same time, price could just rip it and just send it back higher. So no trades for me today. There's literally nothing to take except for possibly this short that's currently playing out. But again, you could TP at this gap, you could TP at the AM low, London low, Asia low, or you could just go ahead and get break even. So like I said though, if anything changes and we do continue to flush lower with obvious draws being lower, I will look for a continuation, and I might delete this video and upload another one. However, my current take on this is that I'm fading today. This just isn't the cleanest of setups, and it's not really a market that I want to be trading, right? This is pretty ugly. Like, if I was in this, I would have gone break even after sweeping these equal lows. Literally every time frame looks disgusting. None of this stuff looks high probability whatsoever. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow I will have a trade to review, and yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys later. What's going on, guys? I just wanted to come back and chime in and say that the trade that I faded live while analyzing the market did end up getting break even, just like I said it would. I literally said it would not deliver all the way, and we didn't even deliver to the BPR gap. You guys need to understand how to identify your terrible ranges, right? This looks like a good setup. On the 5-minute, we got a 5-minute change in state of delivery. We got a SMT after tapping into it. We have a great break-even point. We have a 30-minute CRT, right? This all looks pretty clean, right? However, I want you to notice on the daily time frame, we have yet to sweep out previous day low or previous day high. We are range bound. We've been range bound since Friday. There's nothing to take here, man. There's literally nothing to take. if we drop down to any time frame, we notice just pure chop, right? Market does one of three things. It creates liquidity, seeks liquidity, or consolidates, right? Today is one of those consolidation days, right? That's about it. I mean, we're consolidating today. I don't think we will see any sort of real move until previous day low or previous day high gets taken out. I think until then, we'll continue to consolidate and engineer liquidity. I think ES might sweep previous day high, and then we might see a dump, something like that, maybe. But even then, it would be incredibly late into the session, and I would not trade that whatsoever. So with that being said, I just wanted to chime in and tell you guys that, you know, my live analysis was correct. We did end up getting break even on that, and that you need to understand how to sit on your hands and be patient and not force a trade, right? To any sort of untrained eye, this 310 point range doesn't look like bad conditions. People probably look at this and think like, oh my God, perfect long right here, perfect long right here. But you need to understand that that's not how you trade. Look at how we missed 10 a.m., right? Look at how we perfectly missed 10 a.m. where we could have potentially longed back into the highs, right? Why did price miss 10 a.m.? I don't know, because it's bad conditions. You do not want to see this kind of chop for over an hour. You want to see price respect at PD raise, react to PD raise, not just purely chop around. But anyway, with that being said, I just want to come back on and chime in and, you know, say that this was the right call to fade the trade. You know, you could argue, oh, but you got break even, why didn't you take it anyway? Because if you know you're going to get break even and you know the trade's not going to play out, why would you take the trade? That's like arguing you know it's going to hit stop loss and you still take the trade regardless. That makes no sense. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully something better will present itself, and hopefully you guys learn something about keeping away from terrible ranges.